Bo's Extravaganza is building on its success of last year. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. Another high-flying weekend is just days away. An adventurous musical and star-studded celebration. I cry, I'm lost inside, won't you help me? Hosted by John Schneider.
We've got cars, we've got food, we've got a carnival.
They were all kinds of crazy, but it kept them from going insane. Old Hag had been to prison. Johnny told him not to be ashamed.
We've got Kid Rock.
Yes, Kid Rock, like you've never seen him.
I really want people to see him the way you can't see him at the Superdome. So it's going to be a great opportunity for him to perform for folks and for them to see him in a manner that they'll never, ever really get to see him play again.
The two go way back.
Kid Rock is a dear friend and a great fan of the Dukes of Hazzard. First time I met him, I was on his all-access backstage pass. So he has one of my Bo's General Lees. And when I happen to be doing his fish fry and officiating the hood slide contest,
I bet your mama look good too. I bet your mama look good too. I bet your daddy wants your mama about the same way I want you. I bet your mama look good too.
he said he heard about all the stuff that was going on here, and he said, hey, if there's ever anything I can do. And I said, well, there is. And he said, what? And I said, I would love for you to come play acoustic guitar, not the big show, acoustic guitar, so people can actually hear you and see you.
Other big names and local musicians will be there too.
Bo Bice is going to be here. Chris LeBlanc is going to be here as well. Way Jennings is going to be here, and he's it's like Waylon opened his mouth up and spit him out. Keith Burns from Trick Pony is going to be here. Cody McCarver from Confederate Railroad is going to be here.
He got dirt tattooed on his right forearm, D-I-R-T. He used to be a NASCAR fan till we lost D-A-L-E.
Great new band called Smith & Wesley.
Special cake my brother tied to me, like the courage I needed to try. Sure if I did that I could fly.
Is going to be here. It's really going to be fantastic.
This will be the second annual Bo's Extravaganza. A surprise to some who thought it wouldn't happen again after John lost ownership of these 50 acres of property in January's sheriff's sale.
Life throws curveballs. We had the floods. The water here was this high here. So we've had a lot that contributed to that. And the payment that I couldn't make, I think it's important for people to realize, the payment I couldn't make was a balloon payment. It wasn't a monthly payment. It was a balloon payment of a substantial amount of money. I've had people say, well, why is the guy's on television, why is he losing his house because you're telling me he can't make a $700 a month payment? Well, yeah, I can, but that wasn't what it was. It was a balloon payment.
Yeah.
There were loans involved after the flood. You know, we did a lot of things to be able to maintain the look of business here. Thank God for the SBA. But I owe that money. So as everything is, nothing is quite as simple as it appears.
Even though John no longer owns this property, make no mistake, he's renting it and still has the run of the place.
Eat my dust!
One day he hopes to buy it back. Next weekend could help that happen.
The goal, actually, for Beau's Extravaganza is for me to be able to get it back after.
Awesome.
Yeah, which would be great. Or at least to be able to put a down payment on getting it back.
Yeah.
Obviously, at this point, it's going to have to be an owner financing thing.
John and the new owner have forged a friendship and a good working relationship.
The look of it has not changed, except it's gotten better. Because new people who care about the plants and the roads, they are involved in what we call John's Place now. It's really not John Schneider Studios anymore.
Okay.
It's John's Place, John Schneider's place that he rents. But one day, and when that happens, we'll have to come out again, and I'm going to say, Whitney, look at this.
It's going to be great.
This is, yeah, and that day will come. It's just not now. And that's okay.
Holden's been John's home almost 5 years. He's made a lot happen on and off screen. He's a Hollywood heartthrob with a heart of gold.
Ready? 1, 2, ho! Up you go.
Like the time he made dreams come true for a local child suffering with a rare genetic disease. Nate got to meet his TV hero, Beau Duke, and take a ride in the General Lee.
Taking it away.
The only way they know how. It was really fantastic. And as fantastic for me, really, as it was for him.
Yeehaw!
All right, now you ready for mine? You ready? It's pretty loud. It could hurt your ears. Yahoo!
But that wasn't all. He also treated Nate's entire family to a trip to Disney World.
Going to Disney! Holla, Daddy!
He is definitely one of the most kindest people I've ever met in my life. What he did for me and my family is magical.
Straightening the curves. You know they're flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will.
John raises his voice and awareness in fundraisers like Red Stick Relief.
So hang on, Louisiana, you can bet we got your back. No bureaucratic BS gonna stop us in our tracks.
And the gala for wounded officer Nick Touye.
Don't ever let this evening get out of your mind and of your soul. Don't ever forget that we are really, truly one Baton Rouge, regardless of how much money we have in our pocket, regardless of our education, regardless of where we came from, or where we are, or what color we are, or what we do for a living. Remember, we are one Baton Rouge, and we can be an example to everyone. And we are tonight.
Holden became John's new Hollywood, making movies like Smothered, Anderson Bench, Inadmissible, and dozens more. He's opened his studio to outsiders by resurrecting the variety show in Yeehaw, a live on-stage show in the Moonshine Barn with audience interaction.
So you learn about how a television show is shot. It's not going to be a start to finish linear like show. We're going to be stopping. Wait, that was not funny. That was not funny. Not remotely funny.
That was funny.
Somebody, anybody, give us a better punchline to that joke.
He brings in surprise guests, some seeing Louisiana for the first time.
This don't mean that we don't do the same things back at home. It only means that love and feeling still hanging on. Ooh.
Yeehaw is so much fun. And we mess up and we laugh about it, and props fall over and people trip, and the audience usually has a better knock-knock joke than anybody on stage. And it's just great. It's great fun.
It's time we all got together with our family and our friends in a moonshine barn with John, and when we say, with our family and our friends in a moonshine barn with John, that's when we say.
2 floods here in 2016 devastated his property, but resurrected his music career. After a 20-year hiatus, he released a new album, Ruffled Skirts.
When it's there to steal your past. Please tell me, Lord, how do you stop the water? When it's there to steal your past.
Music is a wonderful avenue into people's souls, and it's also a wonderful avenue for which, or through which, your soul can be exhibited for others. They're not just chords, they're not just words. They are, especially with this record, it is the truth. It is our truth of what happened here.
The floods were physically and financially wrecking. To inject an infusion of cash, last year John and his partner Alicia created the first Bose Extravaganza. But that,
It hasn't got the handy.
and even competing in Dancing with the Stars, weren't enough to pull the property out of the money pit it had fallen into.
I think a lot of people feared once it was sold to another owner that you may leave Louisiana, or you may be gone.
Yeah, success is guarded by problems. I believe truly, absolutely, that when you are confronted with a huge problem, it means there is a huge victory on the other side of it. And that's what I looked at January 16th as. Wasn't mad at anybody. It wasn't even really like, it wasn't anybody's fault. It was life. Life threw a bunch of curveballs. Had life not thrown a bunch of curveballs, including 2 floods, including the divorce, then I wouldn't have these great new friends that I have who want me here. And that's pretty terrific. And we'll see what the future brings with that. So I do believe that everything, as long as you stay in the game, failure is a choice. It's a choice that you make when you quit. I don't quit. I am the Terminator. I make the Energizer Bunny look tired. And I pity anyone who tries to get in Alicia and my way. We are the team to beat. And as they say in the South, ain't nobody beat us yet.
People flew in for last year's extravaganza from as far away as Australia. This year, they hope more locals join in.
You know, it was interesting last year. We had more people come from Seattle than came from Louisiana. Yeah, we had more people from Canada than Mississippi. So what that said to us is we really need to up our local advertising, which is why I'm delighted that we're doing this.
Me too.
Because I've had people on Facebook say, oh, we wish we could come, but we're in New Zealand. We have one group that they're bringing a General Lee from Australia.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
The expense of that alone.
I know, it's crazy. But we want thousands and thousands of people from here to come and have a great experience. A lot of people don't realize that my place here used to be Camp Singing Waters. So a lot of people went to camp here. So if I just tell them that, hey, come on out to Bose Extravaganza at Camp Singing Waters, they'll be able to find it.
They'll find something for everyone, too.
There's going to be a lot of car action. There are going to be jumping cars, even rolling some over.
I'm jumping the General Lee. James Smith is going to do a turnover in a cop car.
Oh my.
Which is really a sight to see. And then our buddy Raymond from Northeast Ohio Dukes is going to be jumping the Smokey and the Bandit car. So there's a lot going on. We have a big car show again. So far, we have almost 60 General Lees, just General Lees registered.
You can also expect to see some famous faces.
I don't like these antics of yours. This is serious, Veronica.
And do you think I'm not?
You're why he was talking to those girls.
Peter Peros is coming, and it's great. Peter is not only on the Haves and Have-Nots, but he was RC the Third on Knight Rider. We're going to have celebrities from Dukes of Hazzard, the Haves and Have-Nots, Knight Rider. Butch Patrick is going to be here, who I grew up watching on television as Eddie Munster with the Munster coach. Gary Baxley is coming. He was one of our great stunt guys on the Dukes of Hazzard, did the first jump ever on the Dukes of Hazzard. John Cade will be here. He jumped the General Lee more than anybody else on the Dukes of Hazzard. So I'm excited.
For those wanting a VIP experience, a few of those tickets are still available.
Friday night, we're doing a special party for the VIPs with a bonfire and some music. All weekend, they don't have to wait in line for an autograph or for a drink. They don't have to pay for a drink. They'll have front row seating at all the concerts, including Kid Rock at the very end. Front row seating to the jumps. So they'll be treated like royalty, which is really pretty great. They ain't cheap, but they're worth it.
You can't get lost getting there. This is On the Roof.
It will look as you drive by as if the General Lee is jumping over Miss Shirley's. And my mom would have loved that.
She would.
Loved it, loved it, loved it. This is where she sat. Did this. Had her dogs out here. Yeah, I think Mom would be very happy with where this place is right now.
And I think
At the
everyone's
beginning of
happy.
January, she would not have been very happy, but right now she'd be very happy.
You're a phoenix rising, always
By
rising from the
God.
ashes.
You know, that's right. You have to. But in order to be that, there has to be ashes. Right? Yep. Yep. It makes you strong. Success is guarded by problems. Great success is guarded by great problems. Bring them on.
To get tickets, go to JohnSchneiderStudios.com.